Hello! We are going over the 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. You are watching this on the Halachgoy channel of YouTube. I'm a Halachgoy, and you can be one too. 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. Prophecy number 14. The time of his coming. This prophecy is found in the Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he comes to whom it belongs, and the obedience of the nations is his. The fulfillment of this prophecy is found in Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 7, and Galatians chapter 4, verse 4. Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken from the entire Roman world. This is the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, to the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him, and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger, because there was no room for him at the inn. Galatians chapter 4, verse 4. But when the time had fully come, God sent his Son, born of a woman, born under the law. Genesis chapter 49 recalls the blessings that were given to the children of Isaac, to the children of Israel. Israel was giving the blessings, and when he came to Judah, he says that the rulership, the scepter, would not depart from him until it comes to whom it belongs. That would be to David and to David's line, and then eventually the Messiah. When we look at the Gospel of Luke in chapter 2, this longer passage, we find this being alluded to, that Joseph was of the house and line of David, which would be very significant. If Joseph is of the house and line of David, then him or his son would be a potential candidate to be the Messiah, which would be good if we were trying to say that Joseph was the Messiah, or maybe one of Joseph's sons was the Messiah. However, we know from the stories, both in the Gospel of Luke and also from the Gospel of Matthew, that Joseph was not the father of Jesus. At best, you could say he was the stepfather of Jesus. But when you're figuring out royal lineage, being a stepchild of the king does not put you in line to become the king, according to how things were done in the Bible. So, I also see another part to this story in the book of Luke. We see that we know that Mary was the mother of Jesus. Joseph, the husband of Mary, was not the father of Jesus, meaning that Jesus' father was not married to Mary. This would cause most people to question Mary, and would also, unfortunately, cause many people to question the legitimacy of Jesus. We often hear of illegitimate children. There's a saying that there is no such thing as an illegitimate child. There's only illegitimate parents. Unfortunately, society often looks down upon illegitimate children, especially in the case where a mother is married to another man. That appears to be what happened in this case. They go to another town. They go to Joseph's hometown. When you go to your hometown, you would expect to be welcomed in. The innkeeper may have been his cousin. He would open up the door. He would say, "Joseph, it is so wonderful to see you. And you brought your wife. And your wife is pregnant. I didn't know you were going to be a father." "You're not going to be a father? Your wife, she's pregnant. Looks like she's in labor. That's not your kid?" "Joseph, I'm sorry, we can't have her here. I'm sorry. No, we can't allow this. Okay? Everyone will look at me bad. I can't allow you to be here. Maybe you can go be in the barn in the back. Have the child back there. You can't, I don't know why you're having this, why you're with this woman. You had a dream. Oh, great. Just go in the back and try not to make too much noise." Why do you think there was no room at the inn? And why do you think Jesus grew up to have concern for the poor, the downtrodden, the people that were looked down upon? And he had a special concern for children, was because the way he was treated as a child. So there is something good that came out of this. And there is a moral lesson that all of us can learn. However, that does not tie in any way with the prophecy in Genesis chapter 49. Well, I'm very thankful that you came out for this one. We did learn something, and I hope we all learn a moral lesson that maybe we can gain from. That we need to be a little bit more like Jesus in learning how to have compassion on other people and not look down upon children. The next prophecy comes from Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. The seed of Judah. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.